We need to talk about a business lesson that I internalized almost 20 years ago, and it's sorely lacking in many of the people that I talk to. I get a question regularly, and it goes something like this. Arno, I got this idea, got this business, I want to do something, and I need money for it, or I need investors, or I need sponsors. How do I get that? Or are you interested? And this question comes up a lot, and it's a prime example of exactly how not to be in business and in life. Almost 20 years ago, I was in Chicago at a seminar, and a speaker stood on the stage, and he said, I believe the 5 most important letters in marketing were WIIFM. And back in those days, because I'm ancient, you had radio stations, and they have FM like at the end. So he said, that's the most important radio station to listen to, YFM. And then he said, WIIFM stands for what's in it for me. And that is what everyone is thinking when you start talking to them, when they write or read an ad, when you call them, when you meet them at a, whatever. In every situation, people are thinking, okay, what's in it for me? And the reason why I know this is because it's self-evident. Because if you're asking me, like, I want to do this, how do I do this? I want to get money. Do you know anyone that has money? Can anyone give me money? Then you're coming from that perspective. And the fact that you recognize it now by remembering the letters is your first step towards ascending to a higher plane. Not metaphysically, but let's say philosophically, let's say in your marketing and sales knowledge, and maybe most importantly, in you becoming more of an adult. Because the idea of approaching every situation thinking about what's in it for me, how can I get something out of it, it's a childish attitude. Anytime you notice yourself starting a question with, I want, or I need, or how do I get, that's probably a good indication that you're not coming at this from the right perspective. So how do you do it? Well, the Bible says, as ye sow, so shall ye reap. And I would suspect that in almost any religious text, you're going to find something similar, basically saying, if you want to get something, if you want to get somewhere, it's up to you to take the first steps and to sow seeds. Notice the words. It doesn't say, as ye reap, then you can do some sowing or something. That's not what it says. It says, as ye sow, so shall you reap. So there's a very definitive order to that. First sowing, then reaping. The law of reciprocity is real. Like, if you do something for people, they want to reciprocate. Unless they're like psychopath, which is a very small part of the population. Even those people are inclined to reciprocate, because they know that's normal human behavior. Very rarely will you do something cool for people and not have them want to reciprocate in some way, shape, or form. So the right way to approach anything, any question, any ad, any marketing situation, is realizing that whatever you're saying, the guy listening to you is listening to YFM, what's in it for me. So if you're asking me, like, all right, I got this idea, how do I get money? Well, the right way to approach that is, obviously, first of all, watch Business Mastery and watch all my courses in that and in Financial Wizardry, where Tate goes over it also, very important stuff. But the right way to approach it is by telling the listener, the reader, why it's a good idea to give you money or to invest in your thing or to listen to whatever you have to say. Why is that a good idea? And if you can't come up with an answer, well, then you have some thinking to do. Because if you can't come up with an answer, how the hell do you think someone is going to give you money? Like, they work for that. That's like compressed time. Usually, when I give someone money, I would like a return. Most people are like that. It's weird. So think about this in advance. If you're asking a question saying, I need XYZ, then start out by realizing that the person you're asking is going to think, like, well, what's in it for me? Why would I give you that? Why would I help you out? Why would I do that for you? And come up with a good answer. Come up with multiple good answers. You're going to see your request being agreed to at a much higher rate if you realize that WIIFM are the 5 most important letters in marketing.